Okay, today we starts chapters 1 real numbers, 10th class. The chapter is real number. Okay, so first we know about what is the real number. So definition of real number is rational number and irrational numbers is called real number. Okay, rational number and irrational number is called real number. So most important lemma in this chapters, the first lemma is Euclid division lemma. So we will study about what is Euclid division lemma and where we use this lemma. Uh, we use this lemma in to find the HCF of larger number. HCF means the highest common factor of larger number. Okay. So what is the statement of this lemma? Given two positive integers a and b, then there exist unique whole number q and r such that a is equal to bq plus r, where 0 less than equal to r less than b. So what is the meaning of this definition? I will explain you. Let's suppose two number a and b. When we divide these numbers a and b, okay, so this a is dividend. This a is dividend. So dividend is a is dividend always greater than b, and b is divisor. Okay, so b is divisor. When we divide a divide b, then becomes dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Also we write in this form. So a is dividend and b is divisor, q is quotient, and r is remainder. In this lemma, remainder is always 0, always greater than equal to 0 and less than b, less than divisor. This is the statement of this Euclid lemma. Okay, so this so next we study about what is Euclid division algorithm. This is used in for calculations, for calculation for find the HCF of many larger number. So what is this Euclid division algorithm? First we write here a is equal to bq plus r, and 0 is this uh, this always true, and we use this. Okay, so this is where r is 0. In first case, when r is 0, when remainder is 0. Okay, so then b is the HCF of a and b. When we divide a divide b, then remainder, if become remainder 0, then b is the HCF of a and b. Okay, so in this case, if remainder is 0, then b is the multiplication of q, then b is the divisor, and b is called the HCF. If another case we see, if remainder is not 0, in some cases remainder is not 0, then we given again applied Euclid division lemma for b and r. So we apply again lemma. Okay, so when remainder becomes 0, and after we see what is b, what is divisor left at the last step, so we call that b is the that is the b is called the HCF of a and b. So we do first question and we understand how we do these questions. So first question is use Euclid division algorithm to find the HCF of 726 and 275. Okay, do 726 and b is equal to 275. So in this question we take a is equal to 726 and b is equal to 275, and here a is greater than b. We see that 726 is greater than 275. So we applying here, applying Euclid division algorithm. So in this algorithm we applying this algorithm. So we're taking a is equal to bq plus r. Okay, so here a is 726 and b is 275, and what is q? Q is become when we divide. So we write here 726 275, when we divide 275 into, so 2's are, that is 550. Okay, so remainder is 176. So when we divide this, the quotient is 2 and remainder is 176. So we see here 176 is the remainder is not equal to 0. So according to this division algorithm, when remainder is 0, then we say that b is the HCF of a and b. So b is this, but remainder is not 0. So we applying, if remainder is not 0, then we again apply Euclid division algorithm. This lemma again we apply. So we applying again because the remainder is not 0. In step 2 we do, this is the step 1, so we apply step 2. In step 2 we take a is equal to this divisor 275 and b is the remainder. Okay, again we divide 275 is equal to 176. Okay, into into करेंगे इसको तो and the into with 1, so the remainder is 99. Okay, so remainder is 99, then 99 is not is equal to 0. Again applying step 3 because remainder is not 0. Again we take a is equal to 176 and b is equal to 99. I can write here. So again we divide, so 176 176 is equal to 99 into 1 plus 77. This 77 is the remainder is not 0. So again we apply this lemma in step 4. In step 4 we are taking a is equal to this divisor is 99 and b is 77. So 99 is equal to 77 into 1 plus 22 is the remainder. This 22 is not 0. Again we apply it step 5th. In step 5th we take a is equal to 77 and b is equal to 22. So 77 is equal to 22 into 3 plus 11. This 11 is does not equal to 0. And after we applied the step again, this a is taking 22 and b is taking 11. So 22 is equal to 11 into 2 plus 0. So this r is 0 in last 6 step. So remainder is 0 in last step. So last 6 step, according to division algorithm, we say that this b is the SCF of a and b if remainder is 0. In last step remainder is 0. So what is a is 22. Okay, we compare with division algorithm, plus r is 0 and b into q is the quotient and b is the divisor. So b is the 11. So b here called b is the SCF of 7, 26 and 275. This is the answer of this questions. So now done. And the next question is find the SCF of 90 and 144 and express it as a linear combination of 90 and 144. So first we find the SCF of 90 and 144, and after we write the 90 and 144 as the linear combination of ax plus by. So x is the and y are positive integer. Here a is 90, here a is 144 and b is 90. Okay, so linear combination we write like this form. So first we have to find the SCF. The SCF of 90 and 144, taking a is equal to 144 and b is equal to 90 because a is greater than b. So a we taking 144. So we applying here Euclid division algorithm. So according to this algorithm we know that a is equal to bq plus r and 0 less than equal to r less than b. So here we taking a is equal to 144 and b is 90 and quotient is we divide here. This we see here in first step we taking 90 into 1 plus remainder is 54. So here remainder is 54 is does not equal to 0. Again we 54 is taking again in step 2. So step 2 we see taking a is equal to 90 and b is equal to 54. Okay, so here 90 is equal to 54 into 1 plus the remainder is 36. Here 36 is not 0. Again we applying this lemma again in third step. A is 54 and b is 36 and 54 is equal to 36 into 1 plus the remainder is 18. So 18 is not 0. Again applying this lemma in step 4. A is 36 and b is 18. Okay, so 36 is equal to 18 into 2 plus 0. So r is 0 in last step. in step 4. So remainder is 0. So in last step, the B is 18. B is called the SCF. This is the SCF of 90 and 144. So this is the FCF. 18 is the SCF. So this is the first answer of this part. And after we have to solve, it is as a linear combination of 90 and 144. So how we write this? So we have to write in the form of ax plus by. So a is 144 and b is 90. So we're taking SCF, linear combination. We write as linear combination. Linear combination. Okay, so linear combination we write. So we take. So here we take 18 is the SCF. We write 18 in the form of from step 3. In step 3, 18 is equal to 54 minus 36 into 1. Okay. So we put 18 is equal to in the form of 54 minus 36 into 1 from step 3. Okay. So now we put the value of 36 here. 54 minus 36 into 1. So 36 values we take from the step 3. So 36 is equal to 90 minus 54 into 1. So here we put the value of 36. 54 minus 36 is 90 minus 54 into 1. Okay. So this is equal to 54 minus 90 plus 54. So we write it also this 54. Okay. So we write as it is 54 into 2. Okay, minus 90. We write 54 plus 54 like this form. Okay, so 54 into 2 minus 90. So again we put the value of, we write it like that because we can put the value of 54 here. So 54 value is from taking the step 3. 54 is equal to 144 minus 90 into 1. So taking the value of 54 from here from step 3. So 54 we put here. So equation becomes 54 is 144 minus 90 into 1. Okay, into 2 minus 90. So we solve this. We becomes 144 into 2 and minus 90 into 2 minus 90. So this is equal to 144 into 2 and this is minus. Okay, so 90 is common and here is minus 2 and minus this is taking plus here minus 1 and this is 144 into 2 minus plus 90 into minus 3. So we see that linear combination we write ax plus by form. So a is 144. We see that a is 144 and b is here 90. Okay. So what is x? X is the coefficient of a. So what is the coefficient of a? This coefficient a is 2. So x is 2 and y is coefficient of b, the minus 3, and x and y is minus 3. So this we can write is as the linear combination a and b. So this is the answer. So write down. And the next question is verify using Euclid division algorithm that the number 350 and 849 are co-prime. So we have to find, okay, we have to find that 350 and 849 are co-prime. So co-prime numbers are those numbers where those numbers whose LCM, whose SCF is 1, whose SCF is 1, greatest common divisor or highest common factor is 1. That numbers is called co-prime numbers. Their common factor is, highest common factor is 1. So we have to prove, we have to solve, we have to show that 350 and 849 is co-prime because their SCF is 1. So we are using the Euclid division algorithm. So let A is equal to 849 and B is equal to 350. Okay, So a is greater than b, a is greater than b by using Euclid division algorithm here. So we use 849. This is a is equal to bq plus r, 0 less than equal to r less than b. So 849 is a, and b is 350 into, we divide here into 2, so remainder is 149. Okay, so 149 is not equal to 0 because this is the remainder. Again we apply step 2. In step 2 we take a is equal to 350 and b is equal to 149. So divide 350 149 into 2. To 2 plus remainder is 52. Again 52 is not 0. Again apply step 3. In step 3 a is 149 and b is 52. We divide this, and 149 is equal to 52 into, the quotient is from here 2, and remainder is 45. This 45 is not 0. So again apply step 4. In step 4 a is 52 and b is 45. Okay, so 52 is equal to 45 into 1 plus remainder is 7. So 7 is not 0. Again apply step 5. Step 5 a is 45 and b is 7. So 45 is equal to 7 into, we see here taking the 6. So remainder is 3. 3 is not 0 remainder. Step 6. In step 6 a is 7 and b is 3. So here we write 7 is equal to 3 into 2 plus 1. 1 is not 0. Again taking in step 7 a is 3 and b is 1. So 3 is equal to 3 into 1 plus 0. So here r is 0 in step 7th. So in step 7th we see that b is 1. Okay, see that b is 1. b is 1. So we say that 3 is the quotient. We can write it also like that, 1 into 3. Okay, so 1 is b, and in last step 1 is the b is equal to 1. So we say that HCF of 849 and 350 is 1. Highest common factor of these two numbers are 1. So they are coprime. Because the definition of coprime is that those numbers whose highest common factor is 1, those numbers show that any positive integer is of the form 3q or 3q plus 1 or 3q plus 2 for some integer q. So we have to show. So we are taking a positive integer, 1 is a and b is equal to 3. Okay, so first number is a and b is 3. By applying Euclid division algorithm. Okay, so according to this algorithm, a is equal to bq plus r and 0 less than equal to r less than b, according to this lemma algorithm. Okay, so a is taking a and b is 3. So we write here a is equal to 3q plus r. Okay, and 0 less than equal to r less than 3 because we taking b is 3. Yeah, and we see that from this r is less than 3 and greater than equal to 0. So we taking the value of r is 0, 1 and 2, not 3. Okay, so we are taking here value of r is 0, 1 and 2. So putting in equation, we are taking this equation 1, put r is equal to 0, 1 and 2 in equations 1. So we get a is equal to 3q plus 0, this is 3q, this is x, and if we put the value of r is 1, so a is equal to 3q plus 1, 3q plus 1, this is y, and if the value put 2, 3q plus 2, this is 3q plus 2, this is z, is show that one of every three consecutive positive integer is divisible by 3. So in this question we have to show that every three consecutive positive integer is divisible by 3. So we are taking here three consecutive positive integer, let n plus 1 n plus 2 are three consecutive positive integer. Okay, in last fourth question we see that any let here n be any positive integer, any positive integers. So any positive integer we can write in the form of 3q plus 1 and 3q plus 2. We know that in last questions. So n we are taking in positive integer. So here we see that in case 1 we are taking case 1, if we take n is equal to 3q. Okay, so if taking n is equal to 3q, so in this case n is divisible by 3. Okay, here at a time only one is divisible by 3, one positive integer, this one positive integer. Okay, consecutive positive integer 1 and is 3q, if take then it is divisible by 3, but not n plus 1 and n plus 2. Okay, in second case if we take n is equal to 3q plus 1, so in this case n plus 2 is divisible by 3. How? If we put the value of n in this case 3q plus 1 plus 2, so this is 3q plus 1, so this is divisible by 3. So n plus 1 is divisible, but not if we take n is equal to 3q plus 1, then but not n and n plus 1. In last case arise when n we take 3q plus 2. So here n plus 1 is divisible by 3. How? Because we put the value of n 3q plus 2 in here, to 3q plus 1 plus 2. So 3 into q plus 1 is divisible by 3. So n plus 1 is divisible by 3 if we take n is equal to 3q plus 2, but not n and n plus 2. So hence we show that n and n plus 1 and n plus 2 is divisible by 3 positive integer